Hello and welcome to this week's Career Networking Center conversation. This week we're joined with Kim White, the Executive Director of CNC, and two of the great volunteers at CNC, Ian and Devin. This week's topic is about writing your resume. So Devin, I want to start with you. You hear a lot about the ATS systems that weed out resumes. What is ATS and what impact does it have on getting your resume read?
Sure, Mike. ATS is an acronym, stands for Applicant Tracking System, and it is kind of a catch-all general term for the technologies implemented in today's recruiting world that help track candidates from application all the way through an offer stage. It is a system often referred to as the resume reader or the filtering aspect of the application process. So an ATS is kind of that first barrier sometimes to getting into your first interview.
Ian, how does CNC help one of their members with their resume in general?
In general, I think we try to help our clients understand the purpose of the resume. A lot of people, I think, feel that the resume is intended to get them a job. And I really stress the importance of the resume's purpose is to get you an interview. And so the intent is to make your resume crisp, make it engaging, make it interesting. So we help the candidates look at it in that fashion and try to assure that it is achieving those objectives.
Kim, I was really proud of some of the stuff I did in the 90s. Should I put that on my resume? How far back should someone go in their work history?
Only if you are applying for a government job. They want everything. They want to know from the time you were born till today. No, in all seriousness, you really, I think the rule of thumb is to think through, if you go back 20, 30 years, you're really dating yourself on your resume. And really what those employers are looking at is your relevant experience that you've done in the last 10 years or so. So really, unless you've done something that's required certifications that's taken you back a little further, that's fine. But at the end of the day, you don't want to date yourself. Get that relevant information on your resume that you've been doing over the last 10 to 12, maybe 15 years, but you don't need to go back any further than that.
Devin, what about the other side, people who are just starting out in their career? How does CNC help them with their resume?
Yeah, we get early talent frequently at the CNC, and it's a great question about I don't have anything to put on this resume, or what do I put on this resume if I had any real big jobs yet? But it's all about transferability. You want to think about community, things you've done through school, things you've done even part-time jobs, or things on the side. Anything that you can extend and transfer into your next target for the workplace, I think is valuable information. We try to shy away from recapping your entire educational history. It's not a report card. It's not a educational transcript, but history is equally as important as potential. So your resume as a college graduate should really reflect your potential, your targets, and your motivation as much as it reflects your history. And you can say, hey, I've done X, Y, Z. I think this is going to transfer really well to that next exploratory step for me. Recruiters know that fresh talent lack experience. So instead of trying to cover that up and come up with a bunch of things you've done, we'd rather talk about why you've selected this next opportunity. And I think a resume is a great way to kind of put that invitation out there.
Ian, it seems like over the years, the structure of the resume has changed a little bit. And some of us don't know, should we put our education at the top, or general description, our work history? Are there any rules for what should go at the top of a resume?
I don't think there's any hard and fast rules for what should go there. The review that somebody looking at your resume has of your resume is very quick. So our main guidance is to try to help people understand how to differentiate yourself on your resume. So do something at the top of your resume that captures their attention. That could be a quick synopsis. It could be what your objective is. But it isn't a hard and fast rule that you must do a specific thing. The intent, again, is to grab attention, differentiate, and separate yourself from the pack. Pick their interest so that they're willing to dig deeper into your resume. I'm sorry. There are lots of statistics that say when a person is reviewing a resume, they spend very short period of time. And so your ability to grab attention is really what you should be focusing on at the top of the resume.
And Kim, in trying to grab that attention, if I'm applying for multiple jobs, should I revise my resume with every job application?
So the answer to that is that at the core of your resume, it should really remain the same. But what you will be doing is looking at the job description that you're applying for and those bullets that they have listed that they're looking for in a client. And so you want to respond to those bullets kind of at the top of your resume, if you will. So if someone has listed that their most important thing they're looking for is someone with a certification in a certain area, you want to make sure that that is listed if you have that, because that's what they're going to look at according to, based on what Devin said here earlier about ATS, they're going to be looking for those keywords. So you really want to match that up. So you're not really changing your resume. If you're changing your resume and modifying it and changing it all up, then your resume is not kind of what you intended it to be. So your resume, the core of it's going to remain the same. You're just going to tweak it based on those bullets, if that makes sense.
Seems like there's a lot that goes into having a good resume to help you in the job search, and the good folks at Career Networking Center can help you. Hope you'll go to their website, careernetworkingcenter.org, and learn more about all the services that CNC has available. We thank the panel for joining us today. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again next week.
All right, thanks.